I know last week I said that today's manga news video was going to be really focused on anime news related stuff, but I changed my mind a little bit. I changed it just a little bit, just a little bit. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. Don't worry, I am going to be talking about some anime news, but it's just not as much as I expected, and I feel like that's just because I'm naturally more drawn to the manga stuff. I know that there is more anime news than what I'm covering, because I'm like, I know I've seen stuff, but I apparently did not save it, and since it's been several days, some of this came out like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I don't remember where I originally saw the news, so I do apologize. I feel like I'm not fully making do on my promise of giving all the anime news, but we have a lot of fantastic things to talk about. In fact, I have so many bookmarks open. I had to extend my web browser so all of them could fit at the top and not be smushed in, because I try and review them before I film so I know where everything's at. I was like, they're sort of smushed. I gotta expand a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing I want to talk about that I feel like nobody is really talking about is that season 7 of Natsume's Book of Friends is getting a new season. We're gonna have season 7. They revealed the teaser, I guess you would say, like the cover promo image for it, which looks so very good. And they also have a new trailer that dropped. I will leave it linked in the corner. If it's not on YouTube, then I'll leave it down below for all of the links of everything I talk about today. But I wanted to share about this, even though I have not read this manga. And it's really funny because this morning I was responding and catching up on comments, and 2 different people mentioned for their top 5 favorite shoujo, they mentioned Natsume's Book of Friends. And again, I haven't read this, but you know, next year I'll be doing Laura's Read and Review Shoujo Spree, so you know, if anybody wants to nominate the Natsume's Book of Friends, give me an opportunity, a chance to read it, I won't complain, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because I've heard such great things about this series. I know it's pretty hard to find for the manga, but hopefully my library does have it. I should actually check out the anime because I believe the first 6 seasons are available in English. So if you've been looking forward to a new season of Natsume's Book of Friends, it is coming. On the flip side, if you're looking for something new, there is a new anime, Original Witches anime that is going to be coming out, and I'm really excited for this because I feel like witches are just making a comeback when it comes to fiction. Like we just had Ichi the Witch drop on Shonen Jump, which was actually really good. The first chapter was. I'm looking forward to the second one. But anyway, we're talking about this anime. It's about a group of young witches that come together, and I believe they form a singing / dancing squad. And I think it's just a lot of friendship. All of the young women look so incredibly cute, and they come together and they sing and dance. I'm very, very intrigued. I mean, we got Wand Dance that is coming, and that's a dancing anime. I'm like, now we have one with cute witches. I'm like, I am here for it. Sign me up. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's supposed to come out in April of 2025. Let me see when the date is for Natsume's Book of Friends. Natsume Book of Friends, it is scheduled for October, this October. And then so this new one that's coming up, the Witches anime, comes out April 2025. We also have a trailer for this. If you'd like to check it out, it looks, again, super cute. We also have a new teaser cover image, promo image. I don't know what to call these things. I do a promo image of it, and I just love how all the girls look. I hope it's a very cute anime that just gives all the bubbly vibes, but also is a really good time. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very, very sad because I'm really looking forward to this. So hopefully it will be good. Hopefully we'll continue to get more information about it. Maybe a second, I guess, like PV to see more about these young women and what's gonna take place in this anime. Now, this isn't necessarily anime related, but how many manga, any manga, regardless of demographic, can we say that the idol group or band that's in the manga is releasing their debut single? How many manga can we say that? I only know one, and that's Tamon's B-side, and that's what I wanted to share about, is that their upcoming single, it is going to be coming out very, very soon. I just saw a teaser for it here very recently, and it sounded so good. It sounded so good. But I wanted to share about it because I did see that you can actually go on YouTube on their channel, on the Tamon's B-side. You can go on their YouTube channel and you can actually go to the premiere of their upcoming music video and go hit notify me if you don't want to miss it. Yes, I have already done it because I don't want to miss it. Even though I haven't kept up with Tamon's B-side, I really want to hear how this song sounds. Like, it's just so cool to be able to say that an idol group, like I said, from a manga is going to be having a single, and I hope it does really, really well. If I'm remembering right, I believe the singers are are actually the VAs for the Tamon's B-side anime that's going to be coming out at some point. I don't know if we actually have a formal release date, but I do know it's coming. Looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Really great to see it on screen, especially hearing them singing. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. This also is not anime related, but when I saw it, well, no, it sort of is. It's an anime film. And in case you haven't seen the news, I just happened to see it in passing because I started following G-Kids when the movie Look Back was announced. I started following them. What do you know? That I was just randomly scrolling, minding my own business, and I see the tweet, I see the news that Howl's Moving Castle is coming back to theaters. I think it's September 26th to October 3rd. And I was so excited. This is my favorite Ghibli film. I haven't seen many of the Ghibli films, but out of the ones I've seen, I love this one so very much. But if you want to go see it on the big screen, which I know you do, then tickets are officially available. Check at your local movie theater, see if there is one. When I checked, I think they were only doing, like, at my local theater anyway, they only had like one screening a day. And it was like 7 o'clock. I'm like, I want to go stay till like 3 so I don't have to drive home at nighttime because I hate driving at night. But yes, I wanted to share that in case if nobody else knew, because I haven't seen anybody talking about this. They're celebrating the 20th anniversary and I'm just like, yay. And I need to go ahead and order my movie ticket, I guess, just to go solo because I have rewatched this movie too many times since I saw it for the first time, I think 2 years ago when I had COVID, and I'm just like, seeing on the big screen be absolutely incredible. Now, this little news is my last bit of anime related news, and I saw this news a while back and I have just wanted to share about it ever since, and that is that Usotoki Rhetoric, it is getting a live drama in Japan. It starts airing, I think it's October 7th. It's gonna have an extended first episode. Apparently they have been working on this for quite a few years. They've been working closely with Sensei to bring it to life, and she seems so excited. Look at this very cute illustration she shared to celebrate the announcement of the live adaptation. I don't know if there's even a way I could watch it, but I definitely wanted to share it because I've really enjoyed this manga and it's so funny. I also wanted to share it because shortly after I'd found out and seen the news about it, I dreamed that me and my friend Maeve at Ever Manga that I do the collabs with on Wednesday, I dreamed that we both went to Japan together and that we went to go see this. It was the coolest dream. I woke up so happy and then sad, realizing like she's going to Japan later this year, but I was like, I don't have a ticket to go to Japan. I was just like, oh, if only it was a reality. So that was just really cool. And again, I just wanted to share about this because this series has been completed in Japanese for quite some time. It is not a newer series, but to hear that they've been working on it for years at this point is just so cool. It's so cool. So I really hope that that like boosts and heightens some excitement for the manga because I still feel like it's very underrated in the US. People who pick it up though always talk about how much they enjoy it, and I'm like, well, please, more people check it out. It's very good. I believe volume 9 comes out next month. It is a 10-volume series. I have not seen a release date for volume 10. I'm assuming that it will end or like wrap up, publish before the year ends, and I have some mixed feelings about that, to be honest, because I am going to very much miss this manga, but how cool that it is getting a live adaptation in Japan. Now let's talk about a whole bunch of manga things. Now there were some manga licenses, we will talk about that, but the one thing, or not the one thing, there's a lot of things, but before I talk about the manga licenses, let's talk about a variety of cover reveals, because I know just last night Shoujo Beat dropped like 6 or 7 cover reveals on their Twitter feed. I'm not going to share all of them, I'm just going to share my personal favorites that I'm most excited with. But even before we talk about the Shoujo Beat cover reveals, Dempa, they were 11. I don't know how many years it's been since they licensed this manga, but I do know that it's been at least a year, maybe 2 years, that they were 11. The manga was supposed to release, and the release date just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Well, they have given us an official cover reveal, and supposedly that they could get early copies as early as middle of October, which would be next month. I think the cover looks gorgeous. I really, really like it, and I'm like, well, maybe I could finally pre-order it now, because I didn't pre-order it. I think that was right around the time that Right Stuff, you know, became a Crunchyroll and everything. I just didn't pre-order at the time, but I think the cover looks really good, and if you have had your copy on pre-order, you can know it's finally coming. It is finally coming, friends, so just stay tuned. Hopefully before the year ends that we will actually get it. I don't know what the official like release day says on Amazon or anything, but hopefully it's before this year ends because it's been a good hot minute. Again, before we talk about the Shoujo Beat stuff, I want to feature a Tokyo Pop cover reveal, and that is The Inconvenient Life of an Arousing Priestess. I wanted to feature this. Shout out to my friend Bean Queenie. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I know I did on Twitter/X saying that I wanted to check out this manga because of a comment that she left when I featured this getting licensed in a previous video. And I just wanted to share the cover because I think it looks really cute. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme that they have for the font, though I do like the font, but I'm like, regardless, I'm going to be picking it up. I actually was just adding it to my pre-order list of February titles, and tell me why there's so many volume 1s releasing in February. It is ridiculous. Like, my pre-order list of everything I want to order is like double of what it typically is, and I'm just like, hopefully my husband's be like, yeah, it's okay, double your budget because it's your birthday month. Let us hope, friends, let us hope. But this looks really cute. It's about a young priestess who fights monsters, and I just found out her name is Monica, like Monica from Secrets of the Silent Witch, which is so funny because I didn't even realize that until just now. But she is a priestess, yes, and her powers have given, I guess, her, like, now she's engaged to the prince, and I'm assuming he finds out things do not go well because I guess when she's using her powers that she, as the title says, I guess she gets aroused, and that's sort of like the downside of using her abilities, even though I'm assuming she is very, very powerful. My friend said that it was a very clean and wholesome story despite the title, and that is honestly why I wanted to check it out, because I confessed that I was like, no, because I think it's gonna be a little bit steamy, and she's like, no. in a kind way, in a kind way, in a kind way. So I am very interested in checking this one out. And I also forgot to mention that with that, it comes out in February, in case if I didn't say that sooner. But let's go ahead and talk about the Shoujo Beat cover reveal, starting off with Queen's Quality, Volume 21. Excuse me while I go cry. I was like, why is Fumi with her mom on this cover looking so incredibly happy with the latest volume that we have, which I think is 19. So many heartbreaking things. And to see this cover, Volume 21, with Fumi looking so happy, I was like, I'm already crying in advance. I'm like, my heart's gonna be ripped out. It's gonna be an emotional one. I'm gonna have to have tissues prepared for this. I have no doubts. Thankfully that they went ahead and shared the next cover, which was Otaku Vampire's Love Bite Volume 2. This is one of my most anticipated reads. I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. I am so excited. So at least I may have Queen's Quality Volume 21 break my heart, but I'm pretty sure that at least that the Otaku Vampire is going to put it back together, hopefully. And at least I can laugh while tears are still rolling down my face from Queen's Quality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm so very excited for it. Not just that, but Volume 5, In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. I love this cover. I mean, every single cover has been phenomenal. Some of the best covers I feel like right now that we're getting in shoujo manga, especially because the background is purple and it's not just a white background. No shame against, you know, white covers and all of that, but it's nice to have some color, you know what I mean? And it's not just a bunch of white spines, you know, like, I like some diversity. And don't be, you know, fooled by Sacrificial Princess because it's colored spines with white, or mainly white backgrounds. I don't know how many times I've pulled these covers saying, oh yeah, pink would be perfect for my photo, just to find it's not necessarily a pink background. So I'm very excited. I gushed a whole bunch about this in my August reading wrap-up video on Friday of how much I'm loving this series. Cannot wait for this volume. And this one was such a big one in the sense, like, I read the volumes and the wait feels so long. And that's Kakuriyo Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, Volume 10. Very excited for this volume. I'm pretty sure I also have this one pre-ordered because I loved Volume 1 through 9. Thanks to you guys. I read it during my Lara's reading review, or that's me. My reading review, Shoujo Spree, sorry. That I read it. I loved it so much that I actually went and bought physical copies for myself. I sold off some manga so I could get a set. And so Volume 10, it's coming. I'm so very stoked. And I know that not only am I stoked for Kakuriyo, but Red River, they have done an official cover reveal for Volume 2 of the Omnibus, which will have Volumes 4, 5, and 6. Looks so really good. I really love what they're doing with the cover reveals, or just the covers, excuse me, in general, for Red River. It really pops, and I think they did a fantastic job. There's so much love and excitement and hype for this series. I was just seeing my friend Lindsay had shared about how Red River was in her top 5 favorites of shoujo manga, and I feel like I need to check it out. I was a little bit, what's the word, intimidated maybe when I tried it on the Viz Media app. I didn't think it was bad. I think it's because the introduction of the guy was not the best first impression. So let me know if it gets, I'm not gonna say better because I think it was good. I loved the first chapter. I thought it was great. I love the female lead. I was scared. I was scared for her. I ain't gonna lie when it came to that male lead. So please let me know if my fears are unfound here. I would definitely deeply appreciate it. The another big one, and the last one from Shoujo Beat, though it came from Viz. I'm like, Shoujo Beat, did you share this earlier in the year and I just didn't see it? But Firefly Wedding Volume 1, which looks amazing, looks really good. I've talked about how I have read this one. I probably will not get it physically, but it is good. It is intense and it has darker themes than typically what I recommend on this channel. Be aware of that. You actually can try at least the first 2 chapters on Comic Keys. So if you want like a free preview and you're getting, you know, just more than like 10 pages and like a full chapter, go check it out on there. And they do have, I think they're up to date with Japan. So you could read all of it if you wanted to, at least, you know, up to date anyway. But the cover looks good. I really love that the text that they chose. The spine looks good. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, they putting in some hard effort here. Viz Media is into their shoujo licenses. And I so desperately or so deeply, excuse me, appreciate it. I can't wait for October because I'm pretty sure that's when we're going to be getting the new licenses. Because I think based off of previous years, sometime in October, they give us new licenses. And I'm here for it. I'm ready to see what's going to be coming next. Now, this one is not English manga, but I wanted to feature it because, you know, if you're like me, sometimes for your favorite series, you're like, you know what? I really want to go get that manga in another language, maybe for the cover or for the free goodies that are coming with it. And so you're like, let's do it. You know what I mean? And I happen to see this in passing. Despite that I don't keep up with Nina the Starry Bride, the manga, I do actually follow a few different Twitter X pages that just promote Nina the Starry Bride. And so I happen to see this one on one of the accounts that I follow, that Nina the Starry Bride Volume 13, the French edition, is going to have an exclusive variant cover. They actually turned one of the magazine covers of Be Love, which is the magazine that Nina serializes in, that they're taking that magazine cover with Nina and putting it as a manga cover for Volume 13. And I just thought Nina looks so beautiful. Thought that was such a creative idea. I've seen Haikyuu, they did something like that with the light novels in Japan just last year, and I loved it. I loved it. The temptation was overwhelming not to order all of the light novels just for those covers. So if you really love this Be Love cover magazine and you want it as a dust jacket, definitely go check it out because the person that shared about this news did share the original tweet that has the link to actually formally go pre-order it or order it at least. And the big news when it comes to sort of manga cover reveals, though I did talk about this previously, but I don't, yes, they did. Yes, I did. That they did share the cover reveal for the Sailor Moon box set. Well, they have officially showed more pictures online. They also released the price, which is $77.94, and it also comes out in November. And keep in mind, this includes volumes 1 through 6 of the manga, 16 art cards, and a premium holographic box. It looks incredible, and I told myself, no, I don't need it because I know I can go up to the library and go read this, but man, it looks really good. And I think this is, I know a lot of people have Sailor Moon, but I really feel like this is just the perfect way to get new Sailor Moon fans into the series with such a beautiful and stunning kind of box set. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this news. In fact, I almost started this video first with this bit of news. Now look, I will be honest, I've seen plenty of manga figures I've wanted to have, but I have not fully caved. I mean, usually the price is the biggest problem, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I mean, I have 2 figures and they're of Ace from One Piece because he's one of my best boys. I love his character, and so they were gifts though. But then the other day I'm scrolling and my friend Selwan had shared this beautiful image of Pride from the Heretical Boss Queen, which I do have a video review of, one of my favorite villainous manga. She's getting her own figure and she looks beautiful and she's affordable. I want her, but I'm sort of struggling. I'm like, for the manga in English, it's only 3 volumes. It's only 3 volumes. They stopped at volume 3. The manga's being started over and continued afresh in Japan, but we don't have that in English, but we have the light novels, but I haven't read them. I'm like, Laura, are you really going to buy a figure for a 3-volume manga that you've read? Granted, this does have an anime, and I haven't finished it, but me and my husband super enjoyed what we did watch of it. And I was like, yes, I would, but I just bought volumes 1 through 5 of an Inept Villainous. I'll leave a cover here. And it would roughly have been the same price for the manga for the figure. I was just like, this is so hard. So I don't know for how long this figure will be up for pre-order. It says the release date is March 2025, and I wanted, sorry, my kid was telling me that I had book mail and I lost my train of thought there. In fact, one of those volumes has the Inept Villainous in it. Anyway, yes, comes out March 2025. Pride looks stunning, beautiful, and I just hope it's up for pre-order for a little bit because I got that manga instead because I didn't know about this, and I'm just like, I really, really want it. And that's not the only extremely beautiful figurine that is up for sale right now. So the Clamp exhibit was happening in Japan. I don't think it's still happening right now. I don't know, but I just found out that they actually had an exclusive Cardcaptor Sakura figurine that was being sold at the exhibit. Well, now it's on CD Japan and you can go buy it. You don't need a proxy or anything. You just go to CD Japan and go buy it. There is a link in the tweet down below if you want to go check it out. She looks so beautiful. She looks, oh gosh, she looks so cute, so pretty. I didn't check the price for this one. I only checked the one for Pride because that was one I really, really want. But Sakura here was just so beautiful. I had to share with you guys. I had to share. She's so pretty. And now the time has come that we talk about those manga licenses. Can we just say that Seven Seas is really being the GOAT publisher this year, y'all? I mean, they have stepped it up. Not that they were doing really bad. Now we're talking about their shoujo manga licenses only, okay? Shoujo and josei, I should say. And not that they have been, really bad, but man, they have been cooking. Them and Yam Press are cooking some beers. I mean, Viz Media is as well, but they only announce 3 times a year, so it's not as fresh for the Viz Media ones. But they gave us Firefly, Wedding, My Love Story, Volume 14, Brighter Than the Sun, which is by the same creators' high school debut and whatnot. I mean, we're getting some big series. Well, the reason I say Seven Seas is cooking. Seven Seas said, hey, y'all said y'all want to choke you on love? Well, here you go. Here is the manga a license for you. And we all celebrated. We all cheered, on every social media. What a win by Seven Seas. I feel like so many people have just gushed how good this series is by the same creator of Living Room Matsugana-san, which we do have by Kodansha in English. And that was part of why it was so shocking when we got this news, because this is a Kodansha series, but Seven Seas got the physical license for it. And what a day, friends, what a day. I haven't read anything actually about this series. I've seen plenty of spoilers when it comes to a panel here, panel there, or a page here. I mean, just yesterday I saw a spoiler for the latest chapter that was advertised in the Dessert magazine. That's okay, I'm here for it. This is a spoiler I'm okay with. So I didn't buy that, it wasn't bad. But I do know that the main girl here, they're both in college, that the main girl, she is a graphic designer, and that the guy, I believe, is a musician. And I have sort of inferred from what people have told me, because I did have some friends recently gush about it and that they keep up with it in the Dessert magazine. I feel like this is a story you don't take seriously, because I've heard that the male lead is just something else. He's, I wouldn't say unhinged, but he is very free-spirited, and I think that's where maybe the title comes into play, this choking on love, because the girl seems so much more serious than he does, and so they're sort of like polar opposites, and they're gonna have their own romance. I am very, very excited for this. And that wasn't the only shoujo manga. I'm really excited for this one, to be honest, as well. I was like, okay, is this like a new era? The villainesses are sort of chilling in the background, which is a little bit of a big sad there, but now we're having heroines are getting the spotlight, and this new title is The Two Perfect Saint, tossed aside by my fiance and sold into another kingdom. We're getting the light novel and the manga. I wrote the manga on my wish list as well with Choking on Love, because I was seated. I read the blurb to my husband yesterday because he's really an isekai. That's almost all he reads. Isekai and sports manga, and occasionally a dabbling of josei romance, which I think is the coolest thing. But anyway, I was reading this, and basically she's engaged, and the title says it all. The fiance thinks she's too perfect and is done with her, kicks her out the kingdom. Kicks her out the kingdom, y'all. She is the saint, and kicks her out, and she's expecting oh man, things are gonna be bad. I'm gonna be maybe sold off as, or be bought as a slave. No. No, that man treat her like a princess. I said, oh, I am seeing. This is all I need. I'm ready, y'all. I am ready. So I'm getting the manga for sure. It sounds so good. Right up my alley. I was like, what a win from Seven Seas this week. I am just so excited. I'm so excited. The funny thing is even if Kodansha as a manga publisher isn't necessarily in the top runners of winning for the shoujo community, at least in my personal opinion, I can say that K-manga is cooking. And I'm sad that K-manga is only available in the US, because one of the big announcements this week is that they are what's the right word? That part of their K-manga library is Fall in Love, You False Angels. Now we're getting this in February physically, and so if you've been interested in wanting to try out this manga for free, you can go on the K-manga app and do so, but it's just a bummer it is in the US, and it's not just this one, but also My Girlfriend's Child is officially on the K-manga library, and I have gushed so much about that one. I just talked about that one as well in my August reading wrap-up of how wonderful a story it is. It's very angsty, but it's very, very beautiful. Highly would recommend. And I will say, I did try just chapter 1 of Fall in Love You False Angels. I wanted to make sure that I still wanted to pre-order it physically. And yes, the answer is yes, I still want to get it physically. And it's just funny because the very first time that I tried it, when I saw pages of it, I was like, I don't know if this is for me, but hello, it's a Delinquent manga, or at least has Delinquent vibes. It's not the same as I think Glasses with a Chance of Delinquent, but we got some Delinquents, and I was like, why didn't I love it the first time? But then I read through, not just look at like pictures that you like you pull up on like Google Images, I actually read the first chapter, very, very much enjoyed it. And speaking of Glasses, the latest chapter, chapter 30, is on K-Manga. Yes, I did read it, and me and my friend Fire, we like gushed all about it. It was incredible. And not only that, but as with 7 volumes, the 7th volume just released in Japan, just here within the past few weeks, actually was in the top 10 best-selling manga of that week that it came out. Hello, that's pretty great. But yes, it has 600,000 copies in circulation, and I cheered when I read the latest chapter, cheered when I saw the art, cheered when I saw how many copies were in circulation. We just cheered. We just a general cheer, y'all. It was just good. It was good stuff. I'm so very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to be able to physically read this, especially international fans, since, you know, K-Manga not being cool and not being internationally open, but it is such a good and amazing series. Very, very excited. And last but not least, I cannot tell y'all how long I have wanted to talk about this manga. I have debated for weeks if, like, should I talk about a manga that's only available in Japan? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, you know, usually I may mention, you know, like the Nina cover, for example, like an exclusive variant and stuff, or maybe like how many volumes are circulation, but I'm like, I try to stay, you know, to English stuff. But that day has come where I can finally talk about this series that we're going to talk about, and that is Magical Girl Dandelion, a brand new Magical Girl manga that is coming out in Japan right now. Took I feel like at least Twitter/X took it by storm. I've never, ever, for a shoujo series, seen where there's one chapter, not even one chapter yet, just the teaser, just the promo video, that we're getting loads of fan art from international fans. Like, not just, you know, not just Japanese English readers, French readers, Spanish readers, all of it. It was incredible. And Viz Media said, hello, we want it on the Viz app, and it is coming, friends. It is coming. Oh gosh, there's so many things I could say about this. I've read the first chapter on an official Japanese site, and I loved everything I saw. Our main girl is so cute. The guy looks amazing. This is not a romantic story, by the way. This is a friendship story. So in this world, the idea premises that there's magical girls, and our young girl here becomes or is a magical girl. Typically, they fight monsters, but the bad guy, I don't really know what he is, but he's the bad guy, and they team up and they go fight monsters together, more or less. But Shade is an interesting character, and I have just loved everything I've seen with him. And so it is coming, friends. It's 2 chapters out, and we're getting in English from Viz Media. Thank you, Viz Media. Thank you so much. I will be gushing and raving about this and really pushing, like, in a positive way, for people to go read this. That first chapter blew me away. Couldn't even physically read the words, but I loved everything I was seeing, the expressions, the emotion. Oh, it is going to be good, and it's coming to Viz Media. We don't have an official release date, so to speak, but you guys can know it's coming. I was like, this is going to be what renews my Viz Media subscription, because my husband hasn't been reading, and so I haven't really had a justification to keep it. No offense to Viz Media, it's great, but this manga, I'm like, I will pay for it, because I was literally debating more than once of getting the magazine it serializes in just so I can support the art or the creator. And then I saw that the creator has actually been promoting the legal Japanese site. You can go read on just that chapter. Thought about making an account and buying it just because I so want more of this, and it is coming in English, and it is a good day to be a shoujo reader, y'all. In fact, with all these things I shared about, it's just a great day to be a manga reader and anime fan. You know what I mean? Good stuff. And I really hope that you saw some interesting news that excited you. I am just so excited for so many of these different manga that are coming, the different anime that are coming. Again, it's a great time to be into manga and anime. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!